Games Workshop have announced an expansion to their Slaves to Darkness force for their Age of Sigmar game, the DarkOath tribes. These seem to be inspired by Conan the Barbarian and general kind of wild warriors. But let's take a little closer look at these things. First up is the Chieftain on Warsteed. I really like this model. As they say, it is a kind of parallel to the Cities of Sigmar model. The captain, I think he is on a horse. And you get 3 head options. I like the bear head, I think it really fits it, but I think if I was building him, I would go with the half metallic one at the bottom. I think that's really, really cool and really fits with the character of this. The horse also, sorry, Warsteed also has 2 head options as well, and they're both armoured. I think this is a theme that you can see going through the DarkOath models, that they don't push the chaos symbolism too much on the actual models, but all of the horses and steeds have these kind of demonic masks that they can wear as part of their armour. And I think that's really a good way to do it. It doesn't overdo the demonic faces on everything. Overall, this model's really, really cool. I really like him. It'd be great fun to paint as well. Next up, we have the Wilder Fiends, which is a little bit like a Chaos Spawn, I suppose, but not as bad. So if you displease the gods, or you cannot perform your duties as you have promised, you've probably made a pact with the forces of chaos and you failed to live up to that, you get turned into one of these Wilder Fiends, which is a similar punishment to becoming a Chaos Spawn, except these things seem to be better built, and in some ways it's less of a punishment, I'd probably guess. But they're a strange mix, so it's a punishment. They also oversee the rest of the force, make sure they don't step out of line. So it's an interesting concept, and the models are really, really good. I really like them. You'd have to be really down for painting horns and bone on these, not like in a skeleton, but they've got bony spikes all over them, which will take quite a bit of skill to get to look decent. But overall, they're a great pose, they're a great model, there's some options in there as well. The only thing is, the lore is a little bit, I don't know, I'm not 100% sold on the lore that it's a punishment and yet they oversee the rest of the force. The DarkOath Marauders make up the bulk of the force. They're kind of like the line troops. I think it's cool that they've done them so they come as male and female. We always get complaints that Games Workshop doesn't produce enough female models. So it's nice that they've gone kind of a 50-50 mix here in what you can put out. You also have some weapon options, and overall they look alright. They're kind of generic barbarian warriors, so you can't really go wrong with that. I think these will paint up really, really well, and they're going to look good on mass. I mean, they look good on their own, but overall you want them grouped together in a big mass of warriors to really give that effect of a barbarian horde. The last model in this release is the DarkOath Fell Riders. Now these are horsebound barbarians, basically. I love the way that the horse continues the same as the Warsteed to have the kind of mask, which is their demonic element and symbol, on their snout, and they just look really good horses. Now, I like the way that the artist has chosen to put symbols as well. These, I'm not sure if these are transfers or freehand that they've done on the model, but I think they look really cool. And just like the Marauders, they're holding, well, one of them is holding this really kind of, it's a bit creepy really, it's a demonic standard bearer, I suppose. And the face, sometimes to me it looks like it's kind of a laughing demonic face, and other times it's a bit snarling, and I think that's a really cool symbol. It's very generic, so you can make it what you want really. And I think that when it comes to horsebound models for Games Workshop's put out, the DarkOath have really done well with this. Games Workshop's getting much better at doing these horsebound models than what they used to be. The DarkOath are coming in a box set, which is really cool. You get basically all these new models. which will be great to pick up, along with their Codex supplement. I don't know if this is going to be a thing for Games Workshop going forward, that they are doing supplements again, because from the way I read it, is that you need the Slaves to Darkness Codex to get these to work properly with this supplement. However, it would be nice to have more variety in the forces once again, and these really contrast well with the rest of the Slaves to Darkness force because they're not clad in armour like all of the others are. Although for me personally, if I was collecting Slaves to Darkness, I like the armoured look. But overall, I think this is a great addition to Age of Sigmar, and I think a lot of people have been wanting this. More mortal characters, more mortal armies, and the barbarian aesthetic is definitely something that people have been wanting more of, and to give it to a chaos force just seems appropriate to me. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time.